Raised by Gen X Garage here. On today's episode, I'm doing a annual points change on this pickup here. And it's a 429 out of a car of some sort of early 70s car. But got the clips off. Probably should have taken the air cleaner off, but yeah, not worried about it. So if you look down in here, there's the rotor. You inspect everything while you have it all apart. Oh, that's good. So if you look down in here, there's the points right there. There's the condenser. Going to replace both of those. I have a Phillips head here, a Phillips head here, and a Phillips head there. And a little nut right there that I need to take off so I can get this wire here out. So I can pull all that out in one unit and put the new in. And then I'll take a piece of the box. I say piece of the box. Like this here. I'll take that and I'll gap the points. And after I get those out, I will be back and explain more. I got these points set out here. That doesn't look too bad. It'll still run. Well, it'll get you home type of situation. If this was an old set of points from 40 years ago, I would sand them, re-gap them, and keep going. But being that they're new, I'm just going to replace it because the new ones suck. Every single ignition part now. Yeah, they work for a while, then you got to replace them. They just, I mean, this is just a maintenance item here. I mean, same with the rest of the ignition setup. It's just a maintenance thing. Periodically, you check it and you go on. And a little tip on points ignition, that little plastic nylon nub there that makes the points open and close. You want to put just a little bit of grease on that so it doesn't melt or lose your points gap, or well, possibly burn your points out faster. But figured I'd throw that tip in there for the people that don't know much about points. Alrighty, so that's in there. So the reason I got that ain't kinked, it's looped. It looks kinked. And now I'm going to gap these. So what I'll do, turn the engine over just the slightest bit, and then I'll stick that piece of, I'll use a screwdriver here to point. Use that piece of cardboard off the box, since that's the points right there. Stick them in there and move them until they're just the tiniest bit of resistance while it's open. And then make sure they have the quite a bit of resistance while it's closed. This isn't the best explanation because it's in the vehicle. If I had the distributor on the bench, I could explain and do it better. Okay, so I got all this in here. There's, I mean, yeah, it's not on the top, but if I put that on, there's just the tiniest bit of resistance with those points open, and then if I pull them shut, that's tight. So that's what I want. So what I did was I loosened this on the old set, took this wire out, took that condenser wire out, took the flathead there out, took that flathead out, and that one, took the condenser and points out, put this one in the exact same way, and how there's a little slot down here. Down there by the points contact. Right there. Well, see there's a slot there and there's a slot in the points. So what you do, you have this one loose and this flathead loose. You take your flathead screwdriver and you stick in there, and whichever way you need to get the points closer or further apart, you just turn your screwdriver, and then after they're set, you tighten them down, and then you're good to go. Then you just put the rotor on, and then you just put your rotor on, and then you throw you don't throw it, but you put it on here, your rotor, in the proper, that right there is the rotor, the blue thing. Put your cap on, put your clips on, and if you do what I did and you pull off the coil wire, you gotta put that back on too. Which, if I can find it. Coil wire, and the best wires that you can find for these engines, or any of these old distributor engines, is with the brass, or I think they're brass, contact points inside of there. That contact point in there, it's brass. The aluminum ones, or aluminum, steel, stainless, whatever they're made out of, they don't make the best contact as good as these do. And what I like to do is I like to put my wires according to firing order in these little holders. There's little pegs on the valve covers that you put them on. So that one's, I have one on this side. I need to do it over here. For when the main reason I do that is if you keep them in this holder and you know the firing order on your distributor, you can just follow them from the plugs up to the, well, from the plugs down there up to this, and then follow these to your distributor, and you know from here to there, from there down is good. I think people say you need brand new plug wires on an engine. You know, this coil wire is from 1975. I think it's perfectly fine. I have no idea what year the spark plug wires are. They don't have a date. But anyway, that was the little maintenance item for today. Hope everybody has a wonderful day, and till next time.